Hey, welcome back to the channel. I can't believe the video I saw about Biden at the G20 summit in Vietnam, where he gave a speech. It's pretty crazy, and I think we need to talk about it. So let's light up. So check this out.
It is evening, isn't it? It is evening, isn't it? One of my staff members said, remember the famous song, Good Morning Vietnam, or Good Evening Vietnam.
So first of all, the man can't even talk. You know, it is evening, isn't it? What's that about? You know, I think that there's something really important to say here, and I haven't heard anybody else say this, so I'm going to say it. This is dangerous. Having someone as the commander-in-chief that is that decrepit, that much of a doddering old fool, that puts us in a really dangerous position. And they're already letting in tons and tons of people through the southern border that we have no freaking idea who these people are. Are we just begging for another 9/11? Is that what we're doing? Let's keep watching.
We've also discussed Russia's brutal and illegal war in Ukraine. There was sufficient agreement in the room on the need for just and lasting peace.
He's just called for a lasting peace in Ukraine, but they're doing everything they can to keep the war going. They could stop this if they wanted to. Literally, just stop funding it, you know, and it would stop. This is not our country. They are not a strategic partner for our country. This has nothing to do with us. Why are we still there watching them kill themselves and funding it? We're sending billions of dollars to them, but we can't send money to the people who need it in Hawaii?
He didn't even go to the ceremony, the 9/11 ceremony. He did this instead. It's the first president that had not gone to the ceremony.
Right, and he stopped. Oh, yeah, he was going to do the 9/11 observance in Alaska. Well, I watched Judge Janine today say the reason he went to Alaska is because that's where the jet had to stop to refuel. So he was on the ground in Alaska because he went to this. He could have done this by video call, by Zoom, but no. This is a very important date to our people in this country, and he doesn't care. And his, oh, we're observing from Alaska. The only reason they're there in Alaska is because they had to refuel. Let's keep going.
It was less about containing China. I don't want to contain China. I just want to make sure we have a relationship with China that is on the up and up, squared away. Everybody knows what it's all about.
So dude wants to maintain a relationship with China and build a good relationship with China. He's not interested in stopping China's economic growth or you know, any of that stuff. He wants China to flourish and everything. But China wants us dead.
Yep, that's for sure.
China doesn't want us even around. They want to be the masters of the universe.
Yeah, and they've always wanted to be that.
Right. And we don't even know for sure right now if they purposely let loose COVID. We know it came from China. That's been proven now. They won't even go there and ask. They're so worried. Biden is so worried about having a special relationship with China because he thinks that's what this whole trip was about. These people are freaking nuts. This man is insane. He is clearly not running the show. If you think he's running the show, you're dead wrong.
Yep.
Because he doesn't even know where he is.
Well, you know, you're talking about, think that China had put had put the COVID out on purpose. Now, I believe they did. I really do. And this isn't the first time. They did it in, what, 2008 with another virus? It was another...
SARS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried. It didn't do it, but this one did. This caused a problem all over the world.
The Chinese government is not a good government. And you know what? I'm going to say this too. I am so sick of hearing, but the Chinese people, it's different than the government. Not really. Because the government can only do what the people allow them to do. The people allow them to do this, so they're doing it. So don't tell me how great the Chinese people are, but it's just the government that's bad. But still, you want to have a great relationship with people who are trying to stab us in the back.
Yeah.
People who would rather see us dead than breathing air. You know, they just don't want us. They would love to. They're buying up farmland in this country at an astonishing rate. They are buying land close to military bases.
That brings up another thing. You know, Nancy Pelosi's wanting to run again. And she, you know, her city is falling apart. But did you know that China owns just about all of San Francisco? And they owned it for years, businesses and stuff. So that just made me think.
Yeah.
Something else is going on here.
There's clearly a hidden agenda that they
Yep.
do not want us to
That's
know about. And they are just so used to being able to do whatever they want, and still the people will vote for them. We'll promise them stuff, we'll throw them a fish here and there, and then we'll just do what we want. You know, they're used to that. But people are starting to wake up. And
Yeah.
it's about time, because they are clearly, you know, for years I heard people saying, oh, it's demonic, they're Satan worshipers, and they're, you know, evil people, and I didn't believe it. I thought that was hyperbole. I thought that, you know, people were just, you know, nuts. Honestly, I thought it's just all the conspiracy theorists. But honest to God, I am starting to believe it, because they are mutilating our children, convincing people that they can be boys when they are girls, convincing people that they can be girls when they are boys. There's no other word for it but evil.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
It's not about isolating China. It's about making sure the rules of the road, everything from airspace and space in the ocean, and the international rules of the road are abided by.
He's talking about maintaining the rule of the road. He can't maintain his own bowels. How is he going to maintain the rule of the road? I'm sorry, but you know, you want to have respect, even though it's not your guy, right? You want to have respect for the office. But the man doesn't respect the office. So why should we respect the man in the office? Clearly he doesn't respect it. He's all about lining his own pockets.
Yeah.
And you know, that's the reason why he's back in China all the time. Oh, China's good people. Because they got his number. They've paid him off. He's bought and paid for by China. I mean, wow.
Yep.
Moving on.
We're not looking to decouple from China.
He says we're not looking to decouple from China. That's exactly what we need to do. As a country, if we want to survive into the next century, we need to decouple from China, because China wants to rule us. So if we don't start making our own medicine, stop letting them buy up, not just stop them from buying up our farmland, but get our farmland back. I mean,
Yeah.
we're on the edge of food insecurity. You know, if they decide to not produce food for us to eat because they bought all the farmland, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I got a question. Do we own any property in China?
Are you kidding? I mean,
I
I
know
don't
we
I
don't.
don't know, but I am reasonably certain that
No.
would be a big fat no.
I know. And we're letting them buy up all the land here.
Right. Watch this. What he does here.
Week, the United States warned that if there is no phasing out of fossil fuels, it won't be possible to reach the goals of the Paris Agreement. There was no agreement at the G20 on fossil fuels. How concerned are you about this lack of consensus?
It wasn't so much an agreement that we were in China.
How awkward was that?
I'm
He
sure he
just-
threw the
They're
camera
like,
crew
"No."
by. What's he doing?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, the podium was empty for how many seconds before they go?
Yeah, they're like,
"Whoa." Producer and director are just probably crapping
quick,
their
follow
pants.
him, follow him.
We're the strongest economy in the world today. Right now, today, the United States of America has the strongest economy in the world. In the world.
Oh my god. Okay. We have the strongest economy in the world today? What rock is he living under? I mean, I think he's drinking his own Kool-Aid there. We might have a little stronger economy than some other countries, but he's nuts. He's nuts. I mean, I can't afford to live. And I do all right, but it's scary right now.
I ain't calling on you. I'm calling. I said there are 5 questions.
I ain't calling on you. They said I have 5 questions.
If you don't know what you want at the meeting, if you don't have a game plan, he may have a game plan. He just hasn't shared it with me. But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to bed. Well, old Grandpa, you go to bed.
Yeah.
In fact, do us all a favor and just stay in your bed.
In your bed, yeah.
All right, this is the piece de la resistance. Because this is where the boss steps in.
What did you talk about with Mr. Lee? You said you spoke to the number 2 from China who was in India today?
Yeah,
What did you talk about with him?
we talked about at the conference overall. We talked about stability. We talked about making sure that the third world, the southern hemisphere had access to change, had access. It wasn't confrontational at all.
Thank you, everybody. This is my press conference. Thanks, everyone.
Mr. President, why
Thank
do
you.
you think it is
Mr. President, are you putting U.S. strategic interests above human rights here in Vietnam? Are you putting U.S. strategic interests above human rights here in Vietnam?
And I've raised it with every person I've met with.
Mr.
Mr. President, are you
President,
worried about your son being indicted, Mr. President?
What did he say?
I'm not really sure. If this doesn't wake you up, nothing will.
That's right.
The man needs to be in his bed with his binky and his baba.
Pinky.
And you know what, I'm sorry, but, and it's not the fact that he's 80 years old or however the heck old he is. It's the fact that he cannot function. I talk to old people all day long, every day. And I can testify to the fact that I have talked to people in their 50s that sound like him. I have talked to people in their 90s that are sharp as a tack. I've talked to old ladies in their hundreds that are sharp. It's not just age. He doesn't have his faculties. It's time we wake up. It's time we call this what it is. And it's time to make a change. I think the biggest question that we have to ask ourselves is, how long do we let this go on for?
Yeah. It should have been stopped a long time ago. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And nobody's doing anything about it, and it has to be stopped now.
Right.
Else America will no longer be America.
That's right. Well, guys, it's been fun. Subject matter is a little bit harsh, I know, because
Kinda
it's
like
scary.
The cigar was kind of harsh, but the video was harsher.
Anyway, it's been real fun talking to you guys tonight. I appreciate you. Do me a favor and hit the subscribe button for me, and give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and hit the notifications so you can see our next video when we upload it. I'm going to keep doing these political commentary videos because I actually have people asking me to keep doing it. So there you are. Anyway, have a nice night.
Bye.
We're losing our light.